Welcome to another Psych Snippets. I'm Dr. Brittany Hayden.
And I'm Dr. Sallie Richards.
And today we're really excited to have another two special guests from our community school-based behavioral health team. It's Mary Dodson Brown and Dakota Cohen.
So what exactly is community and school-based behavioral health? I know we call it CSBBH. What is that?
Community school-based behavioral health is a type of mental health treatment that's kind of innovative. It's a little more intensive than outpatient counseling, where you see the patient once a week or the client once a week. And it's team-based, and it's also based in the school. Our program here at Sarah Reed is based in Union City School District. So in the school district, we have a team of 7 persons who work with the families of the student, with the child individually and in groups. And we kind of try to cover as much of that child's life as we can. The difference between us and some other home-based programs is that we are able to be right in the school and do behavioral interventions right in the school. So that's been a real advantage.
So you have a team of 7. What exactly are the roles of the 7?
I'll start with myself, and then I'll pass it on to Dakota. I'm what they call an MHP, which is mental health professional, and I have a master's degree in social work, clinical social work. And so I do the individual, and I also work with groups. But really my responsibility is to kind of make sure that everything happens in that client's treatment plan. Everything happens, and I kind of help design the treatment plan with the family and then make sure we do what we say we're going to do. So that would be my role. And then I'll pass it on to Dakota. Dakota is a BHW, or behavioral health worker. And Dakota, you can take it from here and talk a little bit about what you do.
Hello, as Mary said, my name is Dakota Cohen, and I am a behavioral health worker. So I am not a master's level, I'm a bachelor's level worker, and I graduated from the glorious University of Edinburgh, so shout out there. My job is to implement a lot of the treatment plans in the school and in the home setting. So a lot of times my day consists of deploying into classroom settings, cafeteria, specials, to make sure that our kids are coping the way that they need to, and we're dealing with some of their issues or problems that they might be encountering throughout the day, so that we can ease them through it and help work together so that we can get back on track and reset. Now, going off of what Mary was saying, we do also work in the home, so we can carry over a lot of the stuff that we work on in our independent sessions and group sessions, like coping skills and social skills, and we can bring that into the home setting and the community setting as well, which then helps aid the child in all 3 settings so that we can collectively change those behaviors.
Mary, Dakota, can you talk to us a little bit about some of the behavioral issues you address in those different settings?
Yes, I would say what a lot of our children that we work with have some types of anxiety, and that can manifest itself in lots of ways in the home and in the school setting. Some kids are acting out because they're anxious. Some kids are withdrawing and not being very social with the other children in the school district because of the anxiety. So a lot of our kids have anxiety. We have some children that are depressed. We also have a good number of children who have attention deficit disorder, either the inattentive type or the hyperactive type, and that is interfering. A lot of our presenting problems with children are behavioral things that are interfering with them having a good day at school and getting what they need to get from school. So that's probably one of our #1 priorities, is to really look at the school and what they're doing there and what they need.
As I had said earlier, for my job, I deploy often into the classrooms, the specials, recess, and the cafeteria. And most of the time for that is because the behaviors that are being presented are inattentive with being part of the lesson or participating in the classroom. And sometimes they do get to a behavioral standpoint where we just need to go in there and remind them of their coping skills, assist them with utilizing those coping skills so that we can de-escalate, reset, and rejoin the classroom in an appropriate fashion.
So it sounds like you're able to, in that real life setting, actually help the students or clients practice the skills that you've been trying to teach them on the spot.
Yes, there's a lot of on-the-spot implementation, and the social groups that we do, we can go over coping skills as well, and we do that with the group because as Mary had said, we have some kids that present quite similar to each other, so we can use that to collectively utilize this group to show and explore and utilize coping skills, and they are able to assist each other because they all struggle in a similar fashion, but they all struggle differently, but they do help each other with understanding the use of these coping skills and how that can de-escalate them quickly, and they can rejoin the group or rejoin their classroom and get back on track and keep on working throughout the school day.
Mary and Dakota, are there any special age groups or populations that you work with?
We work with all students who are referred to us from K through 12. We kind of have two bases of operation. We have a team room in both the middle school, high school building and the elementary school. And we can move and work with kids in both of those settings. They're very different in our approach, but we definitely are able to see kids.
So that's sort of, I think, what you were referring to earlier about the team approach being, there's the team of you that has the team of clients at both the middle school, high school, and the elementary school building. And so do you both kind of go back and forth a little bit between the buildings? Do you all as team members, are you at both locations?
Yes, we found that we really need to do that. We have 4 BHW workers, and then we have 2 MHP workers, and we have a vacancy for a third one. So we have a lot of tasks that we just kind of have to sort out with whoever can do them. So we do a lot of moving back and forth. It's very good to be able to have access to both schools. One of the other things that I don't know if we'll get into today, but one of the unique things I would say about community and school-based is that we're embedded in the school, if you will. We live there. We are not part of them, but we have a room, and they treat us like we're part of them. And we've really worked hard to build those relationships with the school, the administration, and the faculty. And that has been probably one of the strengths of our program, is to be able to do that. And we actually, we kid with the teachers that they can come in our room and have a primal scream if they need one. But really and truly, we've had teachers come in and just kind of unwind themselves, and we support them. And that's one of the really unique things about our program, is we try to help on all levels, because we want them to be appreciative of what we're doing. We want to be doing something that's helpful for them.
So the primary clients, are the children, and then, by proxy, their families. But it sounds like the team also, provides some kind of consultative services or engages,
Absolutely.
With the teachers, can maybe offer some behavioral interventions just in general, whether for their classroom or just to kind of brainstorm, with one of the kids on our team. It sounds like there's this mutually beneficial relationship that exists.
There really is, and I think that that's been a key for our success. If we had not had this kind of strong relationships with the school, it would have not been so easy to be effective as a team. And we've been very fortunate that we have a wonderful community that we're in and a wonderful school district that we're in.
So when might a referral for community school-based behavioral health be appropriate, and how could somebody make that referral?
So referrals from the school usually come through the administration when teachers or classroom staff have been noticing that a child is struggling or displaying some issues that they think the team would be able to help them with and that they would benefit from being part of the team. They'll send those referrals to the school administration or the SAP program, the Student Assistance Program. And I attend those meetings and we talk about some of those kids and we see what would be the best route for them, whether it is coming to our program or some other things that the school might offer. Now, a family member, parent, guardian can also make these referrals through the school. So it doesn't have to only come from school staff. The families can also talk to the school about this service and the need that they think that their child might have for it. And we can go from there as well.
One of the things about our referrals is that the school really does want to kind of oversee and approve who they refer to. So sometimes it's a matter of coaching the family to ask the school for more help, more resources, and then in that way they finally get to us. So families can ask for the help and ask for the service.
Once a student is referred, what happens next?
We have a quick response plan for each family, and within 48 hours, we have an evaluation scheduled of the child and the family, and it's a comprehensive evaluation, and we really determine quickly if, in fact, they are appropriate for the program.
So, Mary and Dakota, please tell us what you love most about your job.
I love working with children. It's been a wonderful opportunity. Actually, I love working with the children, the families, and being in the school setting. There's much energy here. There's a lot of resources that we, amongst ourselves and amongst the school, that we can really tap into. So it's a high energy program with lots of opportunity, and the kids are phenomenal. And we've really been fortunate to have some success stories where kids really weren't doing well and it didn't look good for them going forward. And when they got into the program, they were able to make a full turnaround. So for me, that's what's so exciting, is to see kids come from a not so happy place and be able to be functioning and doing really well.
I would assume, like everyone in this field, you love working with kids. So I love working with kids as well. That is a huge benefit to this job, and it really just makes my day. But one of my favorite things is like a light bulb moment when you're working with a kid and you're trying to get them to, utilize their coping skills or just like realize a certain thing, and that moment that light bulb pops up and that smile comes across their face and everything makes sense for everything that they've been experiencing and struggling with, that is just such a great moment, and I love being part of that.
If you are a student in grade kindergarten through 12th grade as any part of the Union City School District, so whether you're doing their in-person schooling right now, part of their virtual learning from home, or are a student in the Union City Cyber Academy and you think that this might be a good service for you, please contact your home building principal. So for the elementary school, please contact Mr. Shrout. Or if you're at the middle school, high school, contact Mrs. Tomshow and talk to them about the possibility of receiving CSBBH services.
And Mary, Dakota, thank you both for coming and in joining us on Psych Snippets today.
Yes, you said, Mary, that this is a very high energy program, so I know that you both are very, very busy, so we really appreciate you taking the time to spend with us today and talk with us about the program.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you guys for having us.
All right, take care of yourselves and each other.
And stay safe.
Will do. Thanks.